Hey, it's Felipe from Flow, and today I'm going to show you how to use some AI tools that can help you during the development process. We're going to integrate the Flow docs into Cursor and create specific agents across different LLMs that can ingest almost all the knowledge we have about Flow. If you prefer a written tutorial, it will be down below. So for starters, we're going to use Cursor to be able to integrate our docs. If you go here to the gear button, you will open the cursor settings. In the cursor settings, you'll be able to click on indexing in docs. And then at the bottom part, you can add a doc. What this does is feed the agent with the context you want it to. In this case, we're going to grab the developers.flow.com link and then add tools at the end of it because it helps with the indexing. And then you click enter. We'll call this one Flow, and then you confirm. And as you can see, the docs has been indexed. If you click on this book icon, you can see all the index pages, which is 302. We're also going to add the cadence documents. And to improve the model, we're going to use the /docs link. We'll call this resource cadence, and then it is finally indexed. And you can see it has 148 pages. Then we're going to add this GitHub link, which is something that my colleague Ali has been working on. That is basically a script that crawls through the internet every day and looks for the utmost to date relevant documentation and references for building on Flow with Cadence or EVM, and then adds them all into a single document that can be ingested by AI. So we're going to hit confirm. And then once we have this, we can see that it is properly indexing the data source. With this, you can, in your cursor agent chat, you can go to add and then go to docs. And then as you can see, you have the resources here. You have the Flow resource, the cadence, and the Flow data sources. So if you want to ask the agent anything about building on Flow, let it be something on cadence or on the Flow architecture overall, you can ask it directly by tagging the data source. Now we're going to create a custom GPT that can ingest all the data sources to be more specific and helpful when answering questions about Flow. So you just have to click on GPTs and then create. And then in create, there's a couple of prompts that you can add. For example, you can use this pre-made script to say, I want to make a GPT called Flow GPT that uses the linked file as its primary resource. And this is precisely the script that my colleague Ali has made. Perfect. And then once you have that, you can also add a second script saying that please imagine you are a fast and smart junior dev who is eager to help and has memorized all the information in the linked file. This will help it provide more specific and concrete data. Finally, the GPT will have created the name Flow GPT and an image. I personally think this image should be a bit more green, a bit more resembling the Flow colors, but this will do for now. Then you can ask it anything about the information on Flow. So now you have a personal AI assistant that can ingest perfectly all the information we have regarding on Flow. Now we're going to do something similar with Gemini. In Gemini, you can go to Explore Gems, and then you can create a new gem. And this here you can set up the gem name for, this is what we're going to call it, Flow Gem. And similar to what we did with ChatGPT and with a custom GPT, we're going to do the same thing where you want to create a gem called Flow Gem that uses link file as its primary source, referencing this specific GitHub repo. Once you have created the gem, you can prompt it by asking it any questions regarding Flow. For example, we can ask, what is VRF on Flow? As you can see, it gives us a very quick and concise, very accurate answer about what VRF is. AI tools are always changing. This whole ecosystem is always changing. So it's best to keep up with best practices, and new tools are available. So if something stops working, please let us know.